Friday, the final day of the AON 2023 Etchells World Championship, is AON Race Day. Hi, I'm Ashley Love from T2P-TV. The on-land meeting with race committee this morning, along with the weather briefing at Biscayne Bay Yacht Club, was all the more important this morning, seeing as the winds are predicted to be the lightest we've seen all week. A curveball thrown into the game to really test the adaptability and patience of our teams, who will be hoisting the Founders Trophy at the awards ceremony at Shake-a-Leg this evening.
Our fourth attempt to get off race number 8 is a black flag start. Steve Benjamin's Tons of Steel comes into the day with a 9-point lead over Jim Cunningham's Lifted and John Somey's Veracity. They are in a two-way tie, but no one's here for second place. The starting line is so big to accommodate all 62 boats that the conditions at the pin are different than those at the boat. Look at that launched boat on port. The past few days have been about maintaining boat speed, and playing the shifts today is connecting the dots. Bow 18 Exabyte and bow 29 Viva, one of them being Viva being a Corinthian team, are a little bowed down on the right. Might look okay when they tack. In our first light air race of the event, Blackadder 2, Andrew Cummings, the vice president of the Etchells class, is around first. They have the touch today. And in second place, High Life, Peter Rogers from Great Britain. To keep the wheels on these Etchells, look for the poles going forward and sailing a lot hotter angles downwind. Today is AON Race Day. We caught up with the AON reps on shore, who are all sailors themselves.
Hi, I'm Matt Beck from AON Private Risk Insurance. I am the North American practice leader for yacht insurance here in the U.S. And we are here sponsoring the Etchells. We got involved because we insure a lot of sailing yachts around the world. And a lot of the owners are clients of ours, so we decided to give back to the sport and support the sport of sailing around the United States here in America. I'd like to thank Chris Larson and Brian Earhart, as well as Jeff Neems, helping facilitate AON's involvement here today.
Andrew Cummings still in the lead at the first leeward mark. The next leg is going to be much shorter, 1.4 nautical miles instead of 2. In second place, Tom Carruthers Louise, sailing with Bill Hardesty, who has won the Worlds 3 times as a skipper. With the length of these first couple legs, we may be running out of time to have a second race, so this could be the last race. Stephen Benjamin rounding in about 7th place. That gives 5 points to Veracity, but they're going to need 9 to win. light air. The two sides of the upwind course, the distance between the most right and the most left is so great. Coming into the second top mark, 51 has a little contention from that boat in second place. Starboard port, do they have the cross? No, taking the duck, 81 takes over the lead.
We've moved the finish boat 330 degrees to your finish line.
Some passing storms and rain over land are sucking this breeze around. Race committee on top of it with another Charlie flag for the finish line. A match race happening at about 30th place. Oh. Protest is being shouted. Benji tried to head up bow 77 right here at the top mark.
Putting together this Worlds team has been a lot of work, but worth every single part. We've been training for this for a long time and had a lot of tough Cummings. We broke our mast a couple months ago, and so every piece of adversity we were able to overcome, and we're pushing it and coming into the last day trying to do our best. The conditions here have been super tough. It's been very shifty and a lot of range of velocity out in the water. Super long courses, but I think it's needed for such a tough class. Everyone is rounding right behind one another. It's amazing to see that.
John Somi on 1477 is trying as best as they can to put some more boats between them and Benji, who jibes away from the situation. While Steve Benjamin and John Somi might be thinking they're deciding the World Championship in the protest room, their other nearest competitors, including bow 50, are trying to win the old-fashioned way and just put a whole lot of points between them. Bow 81 Louise, Thomas Carruthers from Rancho Santa Fe, California, takes the win in race number 8. Luke Lawrence on Cruel Jane 2.0. They had the lead going into race day number 2. Wow, by our math, they had to put 17 boats between them to tie, 18 to win, and 28 if they passed in front of 17. They may have done it. There was a time limit today of 2 p.m. to start another race, and because of some massive wind shifts, we were not able to get a race off. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean we know who the winner is. After the drops were factored in, since Tons of Steel and Veracity dropped that last race, Veracity does end up being at the top of the leaderboard, but it's that protest that really throws in the question mark. This World Championship is going to be determined in the protest room.
After a protest hearing was heard with tacticians from each boat in attendance, it was decided that Steve Benjamin's Tons of Steel was in the wrong and was disqualified from the race. They end up keeping their 31st from race number 4, so John Somi's Veracity wins the AON 2023 Etchells World Championship. Congratulations to them and all of the division winners who will be honored at Shake a Leg this evening. Thank you for joining us. For T2P TV, I'm Ashley Love.